Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
A give to Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against. Here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And they will not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Everett. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, It took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Prescott down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw. Everett. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second and 11 now. Looking to throw. Everett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet, so they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Stay with you.
On second down, Elliott. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 36. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3, this is where the ball goes anymore.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Prescott. Being chased out, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Everett. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Looking to throw on second down. Everett. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to 4. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A good balanced attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's
guy,
going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And just like that, it's 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike 56. Mike 56. Defense wins championship. We're going to 53. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. We got 26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
We on this. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Let's go, D. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Hey, kill. 26.
Prescott to throw it. Steps away to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Saints. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Everett. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
And Kamara with a carry there on first down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd down, Everett. And his throw here is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Everett. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing on first down. Everett to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Everett. Complete. It's Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 4 yards out. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Play action. Everett. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Kamara try the right side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Off the play fake, Everett.
Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. On 1st down, Everett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for the 1st and goal.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Eight yards to go on second down.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down and 7.
From the gun, Everett. And that's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Everett.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Everett. He gets it left side to Johnson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
That's it, baby. We gon' work.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Everett. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Everett. And he's got his man on the out route. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Buying time to his left.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Runs through the contact. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, where they've got 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Everett.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for New Orleans. That's taken on the 25, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
1st down, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb, 36 yards. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Second and 6. Again, it's Kamara. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll only get a couple here, and that'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have time to talk things over as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And his kick here is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll get this to Elliott. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. To throw, Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They run it again with Kamara. And some room to maneuver. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A give. This is Kamara. Busts through the tackle. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for New Orleans, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week.